Hi, I'm Brad Allen, and today we're going to talk about improving dynamic control on the drum set. When it comes to dynamic control, there are basically two factors at work here. The first is awareness, and the second is control. The first step to gaining control over dynamics is to just become aware of them. For instance, when I was first learning how to play, I was completely unaware of dynamics. So any dynamics that I applied to the drum set were basically just happenstance. Eventually, I learned that in certain styles of music and certain grooves, specific dynamics were more or less expected. For example, in a rock beat, generally the snare drum and the bass drum are expected to be relatively loud. The hi-hat or the ride cymbal are expected to be quieter, or it simply doesn't sound right. Here's an example that will make you more aware of dynamics in a rock beat. So in that example, I played the hi-hat very loud and the bass and snare drum very soft. As you can see, it simply doesn't rock. It's not going to move anyone, and that's how a lot of beginning drum students play a rock beat. Now here's an example with the dynamics that you usually expect to hear in a rock beat. So I'm sure that you can tell that that sounds a lot better than the other example. Again, the first step to improving dynamics is simple awareness of what the dynamics need to be. So in whatever style of music you're playing, you need to figure out how the drummers normally play in that style. The best way to do this is basically by listening to recordings. Listen to the dynamics the drummers normally use in the style or type of groove that you want to play. Once you have some awareness, then you can work on control. If you've never practiced dynamics on the drum set, I would actually start with the basic rock beat that I just demonstrated. Practice it 4 different ways. First way, practice with your hi-hat loud and the other limbs really soft. Next, practice with your bass drum loud and the other limbs really soft. Third, practice with your snare drum loud and the other limbs really soft. And last, practice it the way you want to actually perform it. So your snare drum and bass will be relatively loud in a rock beat and your other limbs will be soft. So let me give you a demonstration of that 4-step method here. Practicing dynamics for each limb will not only give you more control over dynamics, but it will further increase your awareness of dynamics. And you can follow these steps for any type of groove you want to gain more dynamic control over. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoy the videos, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any questions, you can contact me through my website at bradallendrums.com.